What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. So today when I talk to you about Ripple, break it down on what is really happening, where it might be going from here, and everything else that you need to know. But first, make sure to hit that thumbs up, and with that, let's get right to it. So at the time doing this video, it is sitting at $2.31, up 11.28%. Still rather low volume, so 2.2 billion over the last 24 hours. So volume has been diminishing, and that's been one thing that I've been bringing up over the last couple of videos. But despite that though, with 2025 now in full view, we essentially are ready to move higher, and that's just more increased optimism associated to this. So of course the deadline is coming up for the 15th, and a lot of people are anticipating, especially with the new Trump coming in power and inauguration right around the corner. This is where essentially a lot of people are just now assuming the best, that a ETF is going to be kind of ruled out in the first half of 2025. So in general, I think that's kind of good. And what is really happening is you're seeing a lot of longs closing out some of their positions. So based on this shows all the liquidation. So over the last little bit, there has been 8.74 million in shorts returning. So definitely a very positive thing. So in my opinion, I think it's a very big psychological effect that is playing out right now. At the same time, you see the fear and greed index at 49, so neutral. So in theory, people's appetite for risk isn't necessarily on the table. So this is why you see a lot of kind of coins, Bitcoin, for instance, even red, but Ripple is up over the last 24 hours. And so I think in general, this is where a lot of big money is gravitating towards just Ripple generally. So I think all in all, that's kind of a good thing. Is it going to replace and Tether and kind of move to spot number 3? Maybe. On a technical standpoint, it is showing some signs that it does want to kind of move higher. So with it at $2.31, it was able to successfully fight and stay above this pivot point. So 227 is a key one to really hold going forward. If it does, then anticipate 268 and then potentially another high of 293 in the short term. So I think things could get very, very real very fast for Ripple. So let me know your viewpoint on that and if you agree or not. Aside from that, on the actual chart itself, I have the 1-day chart up, 50, 100 day moving averages, ALMA, as well as super trend. So on the actual chart itself, it is showing signs of a very nice reversal. Over the last couple days, or like the last week, it has been consolidating. So today definitely is a big eye-opener, once again kind of confirming that it is more psychological, just with us now in January 2025. Bigger and better things might be coming down the pipeline. So you have Gary stepping down on January the 20th. You have the deadline associated to the whole appeal on January the 15th. And then you also have the new inflation data, so that could be a very good catalyst as well for the crypto market in the second or possibly third week of January. So in general, on the actual chart itself, things are kind of pointing to higher highs. I like to look at the 4-hour, 1 hour as well. It all feeds into one another. This is where you're seeing the very nice breakout. So it was kind of amping itself up a little bit near the end of the 31st, but this is where it was able to fight and break above all the key pivotal moving averages that I like to look at. So both the 50 as well as the 100. So generally, this is where you're seeing that kind of nice push. So going forward, just watch for that 100-day moving average to hold, which is roughly around that pivot point, so $2.25. So this is a very quick summary on exactly what is happening with Ripple, why it might potentially be pushing higher and continuing and get the attention of pretty much big money out there, despite kind of the low volume. So you can only imagine what will happen once big money and the whales start to come back into crypto and back into, for instance, Ripple. One thing to note is, based on a week-by-week basis, there was $54.7 billion that left both the crypto and equity markets last week to go back into money markets. So even, like I said, with reduced volume, Ripple's doing very, very good. So let me know your thoughts. Give yourself a shout out if you have been buying, if you sold, or even if you bought over the last several days during the consolidation. Like myself, I definitely did. It was a screaming buying opportunity. And I think in general, Ripple is one of those only kind of cryptos out there that you should really dollar cost average. Risk versus reward is very much there on the table, more than almost anything out there. So let me know your thoughts on that. One final thing, Happy New Year, everyone. Make sure you pop over to my Patreon as well. Link in the description below and as well as the comments. I give buy signals on stocks, options, and crypto. Many of them have been absolute bangers. So pop over there and take a look. With all that, appreciate all of you watching.